Hey, girl. Hey, welcome to Rise Up Empowering Women podcast. I'm so excited for you guys to be with us today. We're just going to really take some time to dive in, to step into our power, and to become the women who God called us to be. I have got my girl Morgan with me today. This is another episode of the Legacy Empire series, where we just highlight and showcase incredible women who have decided to go against the grain and pursue their goals and dreams by way of network marketing. So I'm so excited to have Miss Morgan with me today. She's going to share a little bit of her story, and I'm going to ask her a few questions, and we're just going to dive in and get this started. So good morning, Morgan. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Listen, I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful that you took the time out to do this. And I'm grateful for your story and your journey and just being a part of it. And I'm so excited to see what you're going to pour into us and share with these women and just, be a light, because that's what we're literally called here to do. So let's just dive in. Okay, so I got a few questions for Morgan today. The first question is, why this? What made you say yes? And we're talking about the business aspect. Like I said, ladies, we are in network marketing. We are the Legacy Empire. And so I just really want everyone to have a chance to describe how they got started and, what pushed them to this. So Morgan, what would you say was the reason that made you say yes?
Just to be that yes mom again. I for so long I struggled. I was a single parent for 10 plus years before I met my fiance, and I needed something that I could find purpose with. And with this company, I was able to find my purpose. I was able to find my voice. And it made opportunities for me to be able to, pay for their travel sports and to just have the opportunity to build my own business, to show my daughter and my son that you can do anything, that your past does not define your future, and that as long as you are willing to work for whatever it is that you're wanting, it can be achieved.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that you said that your past doesn't define your future, because for a lot of people, and I think women too, we kind of hold on to the things from our past. We hold on to the choices that we made. We hold on to like the failures, the falling down and all that. And then we kind of put it in our minds that that's all that there is, that we can't move forward or even attempt to do anything, because it's like, who do we think we are? So it's like an attachment of unworthiness feeling, and then doubt, and then, just holding on and dwelling to those things. So I love that you said that our past doesn't define us, because with this, it gives us an opportunity to create our tomorrows, to really just completely turn around the way that our life looks in such an authentic and simple way. So with this, I know that you said you've been able to pay for your kids' sports and, do all of these incredible things. What would you say, how have you grown the most in this process?
With this process, most people think, oh, it's just products and it's just a get healthy type situation or scenario, and it's not. When I tell people it's a complete reset of your mind, body, and soul, it is. I allowed my past relationship to completely break me. I mean, take all my self-confidence, everything. And then my struggle with drug use in my past, it took my self-confidence and my self-love away. I had to learn how to love myself and how to give myself grace again. And when I found this company, I found the products and the business, I was able to learn how to truly give myself grace and to love myself again. And I found my confidence. Y'all would have never seen me running around like I was last week in a sports bra and some jogging pants, because I'm just telling you, the FUPA was real. 4 C-section babies, it was real. So to be able to love myself in my own skin and how God has, made me and molded me, that was everything. It was more than just getting healthy. And that was something that I needed. I needed to be able to love myself again, because if you don't love yourself, we can't teach our kids to love themselves. We can't show others that you can you can love yourself no matter what you've done. Again, your past doesn't define you. You have the option to break those generational curses. And with this business, it just helped me to be able to prove to myself, my children, and others that it's possible, and you can overcome, whatever obstacles thrown your way, and you can learn to love yourself again.
Girl, you gave me like whole chills with that. Like, it is so true, because people think, they look at what we do, and I think they only see like the financial gain, or they only see like the products and stuff. But I love that you touched on the fact that this has given you the ability to learn to love yourself again, to empower yourself again. And that's one of the biggest things that I talk about on Rise Up, is letting women know that we have to love ourselves first. Like, we can't show up to the world and be good for the world until we love ourselves. God called us to love him and love others, love ourselves. And I love that this business has done so much more than give you extra income, and it's so much more than helping you physically. It's the internal thing, because if you don't fix what's going on inside, then everything else is irrelevant. So I really, really love that you touched on that, empowering and self-love, because it's so important. What we do and how we do it, like the foundation of this business is literally self-development. It's pouring into yourself so that you can show up and pour into others. And I think that we all have a voice, and we all have a gift and ability to do that. That's uniquely to us. Our stories are all so different. And that's why I'm super excited to have all you incredible women on here, because your story is not the same as mine, Morgan, and my story is not the same as Chris's or anyone else on our team, but it touches someone. It touches the people who are meant to be touched in the way that they're meant to be touched. So I just absolutely love, love, love that. So my last and final question, and feel free to elaborate as much as you want, is what would you say your biggest gain from this has been? Your biggest gain from saying yes to the business, to the products in general? What would you say that your biggest gain has been so far?
Being able to be present for my kids. When my older two were younger, like my Irish twin boys, I didn't have the time and the ability to do what I have now with the younger two. I had to, take a chance on getting fired because I wouldn't miss a game. So I didn't care if I had to work or not. I was calling in. I don't have to do that now.
Mhm.
I can literally make their games, make their practices, or, take the younger two to, the doctor's appointments, or whatever it needs to be done. I have the ability to do that. I shared earlier in the week, well, actually yesterday, I was at the beach on my first ever family vacation for my children and us as a family. I've never been able to do that before, but last week while on vacation and semi being a little unplugged, I still was able to make a paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, where do they do that at? How can you go on vacation and still be able to collect a paycheck unless you're sitting on salary? I
Hmm.
mean, it's just not possible. And, my biggest thing other than that is just being able to I learned to love myself again. And that was something that I struggled with for so long because I allowed all my mistakes from my past to keep a hold of me. It wasn't until 14 months ago, even having 9 years sobriety, that I was able to finally let all those demons go.
Right.
I had to. I couldn't keep holding on to them. I couldn't keep saying, well, I'm sorry. Apologizing for my past because it's not there anymore. Who
Right.
cares what I did? Yeah, I made mistakes. Yeah, convicted felon. I'll be the first one to tell you. But at the end of the day, again, it doesn't define who I am. I'm a strong woman that's just trying to build a business, like,
Yeah.
for her family. I want to bring my man home. I don't want him to have to, work his hind end off his whole life. He's younger than me, but I want us to all be able to be home. I want him to be able to, not have to miss games, or if I need him to, do this or do that, he's there. And I know that this business will bring that to me and give me that opportunity. And so I say this, and I say it with the biggest heart. You ladies do not have to allow a man, someone else's opinion, your past, I don't care what it is, to allow that to define your future. Because if you do, you will never, ever truly be able to live your purpose. And God has a purpose for us. He knew our story before we were ever even born. He knew all the trials, the tribulations, the valleys, the mountains, everything that we were going to have to overcome. He already placed that. But my favorite thing is he never puts more on us than we can bear. And I hold true to that in my heart, because no matter how hard it feels, like whenever I was going through the whole court process and I was, going through my trial and everything, even though there was officers there testifying on my behalf that they knew I was literally the driver, it didn't matter. I still was there. So I had to take responsibility. And, I, for the longest time, allowed that to hold hindrance on my life, but you have to release those things.
Mm-hmm.
Those things don't define you as a person. They don't define your future. And at the end of the day, it's up to us to get off our tails and make it happen. Nobody else is going to make it happen for us. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to build somebody else's dreams. I want to build my own.
Oh my God. I wish I could hug you through the screen. Every single bit of that was everything. You literally just described wealth in a nutshell. I mean, because that's what wealth is. Wealth isn't money. Wealth is freedom. Freedom, everything that Morgan just described. Freedom of time so that she can be with her family. Freedom of releasing herself from the guilt and holding on to the things from her past. Freedom to create options for her husband and the people that she cares about, so she can create the life that they desire. Like, that's literally what we get to do every single day. We found a platform, a vehicle that can allow us to do that if you're willing to do the work and get uncomfortable and work on yourself and grow and serve and love others and do what we're doing right now, which is just let other women know that anything is possible, like, and you're worthy of it, no matter what your past looks like, no matter what your present looks like, no matter what has happened, what has went on. You are worthy of that because God said you are worthy, and you're already equipped with everything that you need. You just have to find your vehicle and you have to move your booty. So oh my God, I just absolutely love that. I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful to be on this journey with you. I'm thankful for you pouring into us and just speaking life over all of us and our dreams and our goals, and just giving us what we need to know so that we can walk into the world and we can become those women that God called us to be, because that's what it's about. It's about rising up and stepping into our power. It's about using the things from our life, from our past, using those tools and becoming who God called us to be. Is there anything else that you want to add to this? Like any advice, or if you could say anything to someone who was maybe thinking about this avenue and they kind of were on the fence and they were unsure, what is something that you would possibly say to them?
Do it. I'm reading the book that's called Just Fucking Do It. And I'm telling you, just do it, because what's the worst case scenario? It's not going to work. It's not going to be for you. You're just going to find bomb products that actually are going to help you. And even if you decide not to do the products, you can at least say you tried. Yeah. If you don't try, then you never know if it's going to work.
Yes.
So I just say, just effing do it.
Just effing do it. I'm here for it. Like you said, the worst that can happen is you can fail. And I've always been the type, I don't want to spend my life wondering what if, that's even down, that's from, taking this business adventure, even up to starting this podcast. You're going to have doubts. You're going to have fears. You're going to have like people in your head, you in your head, people in your ear. But what happens if not? You're going to constantly be wondering, what if I had done that? What if I took that leap? No more what ifs, ladies. We are stepping into our power. We're walking in our purpose, and we're doing the dang things. Like Morgan said, I'm so here for it.
Thank
All
you for
right,
having me.
awesome. Oh my goodness, ladies, this is so incredible. I'm so thankful for everyone who tuned in to this episode. I'm thankful for Morgan and her love and light and pouring into us. I hope that this helped in some kind of way. Do me a favor, if you like this episode, like it and share it with a friend. Tag me so that way I can shout you out and show you some love. I hope that you go into today choosing joy, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, and remember, if you cannot help, please do not hurt.
Amen.